Fucking hell, I can't do that. Ladies and gentlemen. A pillow's back. A pillow is back. Home alone. Summer vacation. I got my fucking graduation on. I finished my college orientation. I went to Florida, which was something, but you know what? We in here. We are so back, and I am so ready to come to you all on this glorious, glorious live stream occasion. Now, for some of you following Demon Mama, well, no, this is not the first time in the first couple of weeks I've been on a live stream. Talked to Demon Mama a couple of days back on her signal night, which was sick as fuck. And now I'm here. I have a brand new setup. I have a brand new webcam stand, like an actual honest-to-God webcam stand. Some of you may not know, but for a while, I was perching my webcam up on like a bunch of books and boxes and shit, which was an issue because it was really unstable, but now I have an actual proper stand. I have a new poster. It's flipped. It is flipped because, you know, it's the way that I do my camera, but I do have a brand new Spider-Gwen poster. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping to get some more posters. Did that bump my sub count? It did. Which has also been something interesting. Over the course of my almost month-long break, my sub count kept growing. It wasn't growing as fast as it was before, but my sub count kept going up, and I was like, okay, shit, fucking based. I wish I had some more segments to pump out. I will explain though where I've been, kind of nice and shortly. Basically, life happened. I graduated from high school. I'm officially a high school graduated bouncing baby boy. I'm happy about that. I'm done with the American public school system, and now I get to sell my soul to a fucking college for a degree, which is gonna be fun. The dorm streams are gonna be fun. Then on top of that, you know, the week after I graduated, the weekend directly after, I was staying at my grandmother's house because a family came over after I graduated, and so I decided to stay with her for that weekend. And then week after, I was pretty much working every day alongside my dad. I made a nice amount of money that I used to buy a lot of these things that we have now. And after that week, I went to Florida, and of course I couldn't stream in Florida. And then I come back from Florida, and then Demon Mama Signal Night happens the day after, and then I go to college orientation. And now it's the day after orientation has ended. Music is a bit loud, gotcha. And now it's the day after my orientation has ended, which thankfully this isn't going to be a segment explaining where I went. But, you know, college orientation ended, and now I'm here the next day. I was planning on potentially streaming last night, but I was fucking out of it. So I did like a Google heads or tails coin flip thing, and it gave me, I was like, okay, heads I stream, tails I don't. First roll, tails. Okay, I was like, okay, it might go heads, you know, and I might have to stream if it goes heads twice. I flip again, it goes tails. That almost never fucking happens, and it's a good thing that happened to me, because my bed is like right next to my stream. Like, if y'all ever see me reach over to grab something off, like on this side, it's because my bed's right there, and whenever I'm streaming, I have like some assorted things on there that I might bring into stream, like my Steam Deck here, which is charging in case we do a Jubilee video later. But whenever, like my bed's right there, so I legit crawled into bed, and I still had shit on it because I was cleaning up, and whenever I clean up, I put, like, you know, little miscellaneous things on my bed, like my bags, shit like that. So I literally crawled onto bed, and I conked out until, like, 12 a.m. 11 a.m.? No. I conked out until, like, it was either 1 or, like, 11. It was either 11 at night or, like, 1 in the morning. I was so out of it that I couldn't tell. And, I just remember I was sitting there and I was just like, I can either go back to sleep and wake up, or, like, I can get my shit cleaned up and then just, like, I don't know, wake up at whatever time tomorrow. So, got up, moved, like, the couple of items that I had on my bed off my bed, crawled back into bed, and I basically fucking died. I needed that shit. Fellow recent high school graduate. Congratulations, Aubrey Heiss. Also, on top of that, how's everyone been? Also, in the meantime, since my last stream, I actually did something that I'm quite proud of. I recovered my Surface Go. A lot of y'all probably don't know it, but, like, I stream off of, like, an actual decent laptop now. But when I first started streaming back in 2021, I streamed off of this. And I had, like, it was a USB-C to USB-A out through here, and then, like, a USB hub where I connected in, like, a mouse, keyboard, my microphone, and my webcam. And I used to stream off of this. It was so fucking scuffed. But then I got an upgrade. Thank God, I got an upgrade. And this thing ended up failing and dying on me. It had a no bootable device error, so that's something. But now I'm using it to read chat so that I have a lot more screen real estate on, like, my second screen. Also, as well as this, anyone who watched my last previous streams, I'm just kind of chatting it up while we wait for more people to file into stream before we cover our topics. But before we, what was I saying? It was about this. I was on the Surface. Shit, I forgot. It was gonna be something. Anyways, I forgot. Just know shit's gonna be good. But yeah, so... Oh, yeah, so now I have, like, a lot more free real estate on my second screen, which, as I was saying, is soon going to become my primary screen in front of me instead of being the thing that I just have, like, my stream tab open on. Because I'm going to be switching streaming softwares, and when I switch streaming softwares, I'm also going to be switching assets. There's only, like, one asset that I have left to complete, which is this title screen. I'm going to revamp this title screen. But, hello, Morpham. Hello, Morpham. Welcome to stream. I hope work goes well for you, and hello, welcome to our lovely stream. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So after I get, like, this new revamped asset of this done up with, I'm gonna be doing, like, a couple of private test streams, I guess. Private between, like, me and my IRL friends and maybe some mods, just to see if, like, the new setup looks good. And then after that, I will be coming back to you all live and well through that, which is gonna look much nicer than current streams. Speaking of which, I didn't realize I didn't have chat up on screen, so there y'all go. Yeah. So, I do hope everyone has been well. John Toms caught the Demon Mama stream live. That's sick as fuck. The hype stage of life after high school, pre-college is lit. I'm trying to live it. It's been busy for me, definitely. It's been a little stressful for me. A lot more stressful than it should have been. Getting, like, some college shit sorted out. But housing and residence, I should get that out soon. My housing shit. Speaking of which, let me check this email. Why is my inbox loading? Because I need to get on my housing shit, like, fall 2020 new student housing. Reservation date and time. Okay, so on June 5th, I need to get the fuck up and go ahead and get my shit in when it comes to my housing. So yeah, I caught the Demon Mama stream as a pillow head. It was awesome. A pillow head. Jar Blow, you're gonna revamp. It looks sick right now. I'm curious to see what happens. It's gonna look much nicer. To those of you who do not know, Gyro Blow is actually an IRL friend of mine. So, welcome to chat. I'm not gonna say your real name, of course. I don't want to dox you, but yeah. Also, I should probably... Good damn. Wait, is my light broken? Really? What the fuck? This was just working like a little while ago. This is so scuffed. Holy shit. It's plugged. Okay. One second. There we go. I can't see. I fucking looked directly into the light. That hurt. Hello from Asheville. Hello from this Piedmont Triad area. I'm not saying which part of the Piedmont Triad area, but hello from the Piedmont Triad area. Check the plug. Yeah. It just needed to be screwed in a little more. Crispy Chris. Absolutely. Thanks for your reminder. Oh yeah. Everyone, like the stream so that I can get more views on my stream shit. We're gonna be covering some interesting, funny little bits today. And by funny, I mean fucking horrific. The TWOMAD situation. That's gonna be interesting. I really want to cover more V Harker, because that's something that I've been watching for like the past year. I'm not gonna lie, for like a second there, I thought we were done. And, yeah, you lived in Chapel Hill for a while? Sick! It can definitely be stressful, but ride the high of the accomplishment from graduating and going to a new school. Have you ever considered doing fraternity stuff or nah? Nah, fuck no. Fuck no. You think... Dude, I fucking stream politics. I can't do frat shit. At all. He's back. True, I am back! I used to live near Concord, don't miss North Carolina one bit. There are good parts and there are bad parts of North Carolina, you just gotta know where to look. Also, Concord is a bad part of fucking North Carolina, I don't know what to tell you. I like my area, personally. Doesn't mean that I'm not gonna move out of North Carolina, I probably will one day. It's just, you know, for now, it's what I got. It's what I got. But don't think that because I'm going to college that streams are gonna stop. If anything, streams are gonna pick up because I will be not working at my job when I go to college. Can we talk about election fraud? What election fraud? Which election are we talking about? And fraud in what context? Are we having a funny little funny? Also, I am a little pissed that during my time on stream hiatus, the most interesting shit in politics went down. How come it's like every time I go on a fucking break, it's like the world almost ends? Like, I have some hot takes about the submarine situation that I feel like I can't share now. Because it's not fucking topical. I have some takes about the fucking Russian almost coup that I want to share. But I can't do it now, because everyone's already fucking covered it. So it's like, you know? What's one decent-sized town that's furthest west in NC before you get to Tennessee? Asheville? Yeah, it would be Asheville. Off I-40? I think it would be Asheville, yeah. So yeah. Anyways, 22 concurrents currently. That's not bad. I'll probably start segments in the next 5 minutes, I'd say would be a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and toss out a poll. Whatever you say, it's better than these memes I'm seeing on Instagram. Fair? I'd like to hear your take. Interesting. What are your hot takes on the sub? My hot takes on the sub, very simple. The submarine incident is cosmically fucking hilarious, but I think anyone, like, who genuinely thinks that those people deserve their fucking death like that is a sociopath. Like, and I'm someone... Listen, I pay attention to, like, a lot of military history and shit. And by pay attention to a lot of military history, it means I listen to a fucking military podcast. Cool Leftist military history podcast. And they, like, a couple of weeks ago, they did an episode on, like, a big submarine accident that involved implosion. Implosion is the best way to die on a submarine. That doesn't mean that it's a fun way to die. Implosion is fucking horrific. And anyone who's genuinely like, well, you know, they deserve to die like that, fuck you. You want to laugh at people dying on a submarine? Laugh at the fucking Nazis dying on a submarine, dude. Nazis died on U-boats all the time. U-boats fucking sucked. It's actually a really funny story. It was towards, like, the end of the war, I think. Basically fucking German U-boats. They had, like, very complex plumbing systems, and they also had, like, batteries that whenever they got hit by seawater, they would produce chlorine gas, so you couldn't mix seawater and the batteries, which normally wouldn't be an issue. So there was one guy, his name was Captain Schlitt, and he needed to take a shit. And the toilet systems were so complex that they had to have a specifically trained guy to flush the toilets. Captain Schlitt couldn't wait to flush his shit, so he flushed the toilet himself, and he flooded the sub with a bunch of seawater. And the seawater hit the batteries, it started producing chlorine gas. So this sub tries to surface, they're off the coast of Scotland, and they start getting fucking bombed by the RAF, so then they have to go back underwater. And he killed, like, a couple of people due to taking a shit. That's funny, because they died by shit flushing. Because the fucking sub got flooded by seawater and his shit water. You know, so they died by shit water and chlorine gas. And they were Nazis. Laugh at that. That's hilarious. That is very funny. Laugh at that. Don't laugh at some 19-year-old dying by submarine implosion because his father wanted to go on a submarine to see the Titanic, and he was like, I want to do it for Father's Day, even though I'm a little scared. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you sociopath? Like, is the idea of a bunch of rich people going down to see the Titanic as, like, some spectacle, and then dying, is that, like, kind of cosmically fucking funny? Because they died due to a lack of regulation, in a capitalist business. You know, the same shit that a lot of billionaires advocate for because it lets them save money and keep money in their fucking pockets. Is that cosmically funny? Abso-fucking-lutely. But that doesn't mean that they fucking deserved it. No one, except for Nazis, deserves to die on a fucking submarine via implosion. That's horrible. It's that simple. Don't be a sociopath. Shizawasa? Indeed, fucking Shizawasa. Okay, what to cover first? My topics this stream are TWOMAD. democracy being saved by the Supreme Court. And, okay. Vote! I stunlocked way too long, so I'm gonna give us, like, 5 more minutes until, let me stop with autofocus. I'm gonna give us, like, 5 more minutes until we start segments, because I stunlocked too long talking about the sub. Yeah, the 19-year-old story is very sad. I don't have a lot of sympathy for the other people in the sub, though. Honestly, though, even then, I kinda do? Like, the 19-year-old story is sad, but, like, dying via submarine implosion is horrible. Like, it's quick, you don't feel it, but you quite literally get vaporized. Like, you... Damn, that's loud. Okay. I don't even have the earbuds in and I can fucking hear that. Oh, fuck off. Really? Really? Okay, you know what? I'm voting. Fuck off. I'm not doing this bullshit. It's a dicks poll now. Thank you. You saw Elemental again last night? Again. I watched bits and pieces of it, sub-legally. That's a joke. I've not seen any bits of Elemental outside of what Disney Pixar themselves have uploaded. Okay. Then I'll let the poll go until 23. 34 concurrents, not bad. Did anyone watch the oh god, excuse me. Did anyone watch the fucking new Hell of a Boss episode? Does anyone have any thoughts on that? Because I have a couple of thoughts. I didn't quite like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, typically Hell of a Boss fucking it's good. It's good. I typically like it. I've never really had any major issues outside of like shit I would levy at, you know, like other non fucking viewer funded shows. So like usually Hell of a Boss is great for what it is, which isn't like a oh you're great for what you are. It's like a oh yeah it's a genuinely impressive series. It's better than a lot of series that are actually on TV, and like for like being viewer funded, that's really impressive. But my my general opinion on like the most recent episode, it just felt kind of weak. I don't know, especially for like what was supposed to be a season finale. I feel like episode 7 served as a better season finale. I recommend checking it out. Trailers did it dirty. I might. If I'm being honest though, the next movie I'm looking forward to seeing is fucking Barbie. Unironically. Yes, people are giving Beazle too much credit for being nice. The Cotton Candy song was disturbing as hell. The tapping, the making the honey. Yeah. Which is another thing about it too. I think it's cool that they got Kesha to do it, because it's genuinely a really cool callback to the Die Young video. But, oh, it's 23. Looks like we're doing Supreme Court. In a couple of minutes after I get done with this Dunlock. But, like, the Die Young music video, comparing it to that's, like, as a nice callback, I think that's really cool. But at the same time, like, casting Kesha as her voice actress, it's a cool callback. But that means that we're likely never going to see that character again unless you can find someone who's really good at impersonating Kesha. So it's kind of like fucking Nicki Minaj and Steven Universe. Like, it's cool, but that's a one and done. You can never see that character again, which sucks. Because, like, I guarantee you we're probably going to see fucking Asmodeus again. But, like, fucking seeing Beelzebub again? That's not happening. I heavily doubt that's happening. Let me move over my laptop a bit, because I can't see my scroll bar. Oh, ill. That's why I can't see my scroll bar, if it's too far over. I went easy on you when I didn't want to. She's genuinely nice, but she seems unhinged. That's what I felt too. But then again, the thing about like that whole she's nice but she kind of seems off thing, they never really explored that, you know? Which is another thing about it too. I didn't realize she was Beelzebub until like I read the comments and I was like, oh, that was supposed to be Beelzebub? Because like she made fucking comments about knowing Satan, and like while I was watching the episode I was like, how does she know Satan? She's like, I didn't realize she was a hellhound until like after. And that's, I feel like it's also partially because of fucking Cotton Candy as a song. It's like it took up so much of the episode, and but like I never really got anything indicating to me that she was Beelzebub outside of like mentions of her name, and even then it was mostly just people calling her B, so I was just like, oh, okay, her name's B. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's Beelzebub, and I was like, that's a 7 deadly sin? Okay. You know, I genuinely, generally like Hell of a Boss, but that episode just felt like it kind of fell short for me, unfortunately. 40 concurrents, god damn! Okay, well, thankfully, we are about to start segments. I just need to pull up the first little bits of, and then I'm also gonna cut on Stream Beats Lo-Fi. Get off of the, Star Wars Lo-Fi. And I hope to God, but I do not have anything in my playlist that would fuck me up and send me down to the depths of YouTube bullshit as they fuck me for watching copyrighted content. Ooh. Hi, D-Gaming. Okay. Y'all tell me if the audio's good, if the audio's too high, if it's too low, and then we will start the segment, because I want to make sure that shit is not too high. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and toss out this poll, just to see where people are gauging. Sounds fun? Sweet. Let's talk elections. Again, you'd have to say like which election. There are many elections that happen. Okay. So if I do end up doing like a Jubilee reaction thing, I do want to know what video game y'all want to see me play. So it's either going to be Dishonored or Portal 2. I'm going to tell y'all now, I have a bias towards Dishonored, because we're like my capture card doesn't take audio. I need to get a new one. And Portal is fun, but I feel like most of Portal's fun comes from the audio and the humor, especially in Portal 2. So like I would say Dishonored, because Dishonored has better gameplay. It like lacks in story, but it has better gameplay if you're just like playing shit. Although Portal doesn't lack in gameplay. Guatemala's election is interesting. I know nothing about their election. Yo, Pillow, they ever gonna hook you up with one of those biffy White Forest accounts? The thing is about White Forest, the thing about White Forest sites is that you request one. I can request one, but I don't pull enough concurrence, to like justify getting one. I want at least 50 to like 100 concurrents consistently, even when other people are streaming, before I get a White Forest site. power of Christ compels you. It was a Kesha impersonation. Kesha wrote the song. Yeah, that's what I saw. That the person singing the song wasn't Kesha, which I guess it makes sense. It's probably record company shit, but like, still, singing is different than talking, and if that person sounds nothing like Kesha whenever they talk, then there's really no point. Oh yeah, that was also something interesting that I found out from the stuff surrounding that episode. That episode. I didn't know Kesha was white. I didn't know she was white. I thought Kesha was black. Because, like, she's someone who I've only heard her voice. So I had, like, no idea she was white. I just, like, I heard her voice, and I heard her name, and I was like, oh yeah, Kesha, yeah. Yeah. Voice, yeah, kind of sounds like a black woman, yeah, okay. She's probably black. A pillow has not beaten the racism allegations, unfortunately. So... yeah. Wait, seriously? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, we will be starting segments at 1:35 on the dot, exactly. In some Asian countries, mixing soda with milk is a popular drink. Interesting. Racist to pillow confirmed. True. True. I thought Kesha was black. That's that in-group black bias that the conservatives always talk about. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, no, I thought Kesha was a black woman. Might be. She's Hungarian and Polish, so she's white. Come on. This is fucking the United States of America. If they look white, they're white. Fuck off. Come on now. Come on now. I'm messing, but like for real. Listen, if she was born in one of those countries, it's different. But like, come on. If she's born in the U.S., she's just white. Yeah, she was born in fucking Los Angeles. Where were her parents born? Is the younger brother of Logan and Kat? That's her siblings. Can I see her parents? Okay, and that's her mother. Yeah, Michigan City, Indiana. And then her husband, which I'm assuming is Kesha's dad. At least ex-husband. Yeah, grandchild. Was born in fucking Texas. These are some pretty American whites. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna go stop my dryer and then we're going to jump right into it. I'm back from stopping my dryer. Now we can jump right into it. Okay. So. Gather around, everybody, because we have some tales to tell. So, very recently, and by recently I mean about last year, found out about something that was a little worrying. So, for context, I'm a North Carolinian. I'm from the great state of North Carolina, and we have had a bit of a historical issue with gerrymandering. And so what will happen is a census will come in Typically, Republicans will draw up the districts because they usually control our state legislature. Try to send it off, and then our courts will strike down the maps because they're biased in some way. They can be racially biased. I think a couple of years back, either a proposed map or just an active map had Charlotte in the same congressional district as Greensboro. And for context, Charlotte is on the border with South Carolina. Greensboro is about 30 minutes from the border with Virginia. Like, these cities are hours apart, and they were in the same congressional district. Like, that's how bad our gerrymandering can get in North Carolina. So, one of our courts had struck down these maps, and the Speaker of our state house, a man by the name of Moore, who I will pop up on screen, the Speaker of the North Carolina House of Representatives, a demon by the name of Tim Moore. You can see the hog DNA on this man's face if I drag this here. You can see it. Just, he's so demonic, he's so evil. Basically some things happened. Some shitters happened, and well, case basically ends up going to the Supreme Court. And by some shitters happen, I'm going to explain it in a much better way than saying some shitters happen. Basically, Moore versus Harper hinged on the acceptance or the rejection of the independent state legislature theory. The independent state legislature theory basically goes off of a clause in the U.S. Constitution that says that states have the ability to set election laws in their own states. Okay? Makes sense. States in their states can conduct federal elections. That makes sense because it stops fucking weird ass like mixing of like federal and state law. Basically, listen, just have federal elections. We'll let you do whatever the fuck you want in your state regarding how you conduct those elections. The thing is, the Constitution, and I say this as someone who's read the Constitution multiple times, the Constitution is a horrible document. The Constitution is very vague about some very important things that should have been laid out. Like presidential succession, you know, what happens if the guy in power kicks the bucket, was never officially set out in the Constitution until the passage of the 25th Amendment. So you had a couple of issues, like when the first president died in office, Harrison, when he died in office, it was a question over whether or not his vice president, who became the next president, was actually the president or just the acting president. Because the Constitution sucks. It's very vague on very important things, and Republicans, most notably North Carolina Republicans here, wanted to exploit this vagueness here in the independent state legislature theory to basically say that state legislatures could set election laws entirely independent from state judiciaries. And state legislatures could conduct elections entirely independent of state judiciaries, which means a couple of things. That means state legislatures could just gerrymander all they fucking want. Their state judiciary can't reject it because they aren't allowed to. The state legislature's independent here. The state legislature could set some laws that could be potentially very racially targeted without specifying race, and the state judiciary couldn't do anything about it to strike down these laws. Or the governor couldn't veto it because state legislature can do it alone. And this is something that has happened in North Carolina a couple of years back. A law was struck down because it was a voter ID law, and the voter ID that was required by this law was the ID that was less likely to be possessed by minorities in the state, in my state. I think this happened back in 2012, and this law was struck down due to it being racially biased in a surgical manner, was basically what the brief said. Moreover, this means that, say, a federal election comes by, say a presidential general election comes by, and the Democratic candidate gets the most votes in the state. Okay, so as follows through the Electoral College, the candidate who gets the most votes gets the electors, all of the electors of the state. You know who chooses the electors? The state legislature. So instead of being, say, checked by the courts to make sure that they're sending the proper legislators, the proper, members of the Electoral College to vote, the state legislatures could look at this and go, okay, the Democrat won the state. We're sending electors who are going to vote for the Republican candidate. If Moore won in the Supreme Court and independent state legislature theory won, this is not hyperbole. This would have been the death of American democracy. I have been keeping up with Moore versus Harper for months. Months since I found out this was even going to the courts. Because I knew that if Moore won this case, it was over. It was over. We were done. There's nothing that you could do at this point to try to wrestle back America. If Moore versus Harper won in favor of Moore, that was it. So yesterday we get the verdict from the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court, as this lovely, if it can pop back up, meme says, the Supreme Court looked at Moore and said, baby, no. No, as a matter of fact, you cannot do that. You are actually subject to the laws of your state judiciary, because what the fuck is wrong with you? This was a 6-3 decision. The dissenting members were Clarence Thomas, our favorite ring-tailed, mask-wearing animal in office. But the dissenters were Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, and Neil Gorsuch, so let's give them a round of applause for being fascists. Also, 2 out of 3 of those people have been confirmed to be taking basically bribes from rich billionaires, and Gorsuch is also kind of under investigation for that, so we'll see what tracks. And then, of course, the people in support of protecting American democracy, the 6-3, were, of course, John Roberts, the Chief Justice, Brett Kavanaugh, Sotomayor, Kagan, Jackson, and I think that's all of them. So basically, our Supreme Court looked at everything and went, okay, 3 of them said, fuck democracy, we ball. And the other 3 said, hey guys, let's maybe not ruin American democracy. So I'm going to tell you why this is important. Democracy is saved. Clap, fucking pat your back, be happy. Democracy is saved. For now. Republicans will still not stop until they get the ability to switch up these fucking verdicts. Until they get the ability to fuck over our democracy. And they will do whatever the fuck they can to try to fuck us over. Flat out. This is something that we should all know. This is something that we should all expect from these people. It's also saying that my stream is a little failing here for a second. Hopefully it recovers. this could have gone really bad. And this does not mean that you shouldn't watch out for some potential bad shit to happen, because bad shit can still happen in this nation, and to fuck over minority groups, to fuck over people who will vote against the Republican Party. Not even necessarily minority groups. Stream is lagging. Yeah, just give it a second. Give it a second. Come on. These lawmakers will still try to push the Supreme Court into positions where they may rule in favor of loosening elections laws. Personally, I think one of the things that may have been happening in the backspace, in the not necessarily talked about space among the Supreme Court, about why they voted against Moore versus Harper, at least 6 of them voted against Moore v. Harper, is that by eliminating checks and balances, in this case on the state legislature level, it potentially jeopardized their position as the Supreme Court to have the ultimate check over state legislatures, and the national legislature potentially make them look bad, potentially. They were disempowering themselves, and as we all know, no one likes to fucking disempower himself. It's probably also the reason why the people who, it's also probably the reason why the things that were happening in, Jesus Christ, give it a second, people. Give it a second. Stream is lagging, but that doesn't mean that you need to freak out. Give it a second. Okay. But as well as this, you see, I've lost my train of thought now. I've lost my train of thought, and I'm gonna stop the recording right quick, because you people have caused me to lose my train of thought. Okay? Come on. I'm gonna run a speed test right quick. Okay. Give it a second. See? Stream is healthy. Yeah, stream is back. Like I said, give it a second. Listen, y'all, whenever... I'll tell y'all something about streamers. Yeah, whenever stream shit starts going a little iffy, we just need one person to say, stream isn't doing too hot right now, it's lagging a little bit. And then we have a little thing on like our OBS that tells us our stream health. And YouTube will tell us our stream health. Yeah? I'm not gonna lie. Constantly saying, oh dude, stream's fucking lagging. I know. Give it a second. Wait, be patient. Sing kumbaya. Fucking woosah. You know? Just chill. Just chill, you know? Let it flow. Let it flow, let it calm down. Yeah, and then you'll be fine. You know, shit happens. Shit happens. Just chill. Take a chill pill. Okay? It'll all be okay. It'll all be okay. Yeah? Because that made me lose my train of thought on that segment. That made me lose my train of thoughts on this segment. Come on now. Now I gotta get back in my game. I'm gonna have to do some extra editing that I didn't want to have to do because I don't like editing. I like putting my shit in the fucking program, boom, 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 bam, bop. But I can't do that now because now I have to record the second bit of this segment, pop that in it, and then just fucking knock out the area where I was, Okay. Anyways. I think part of the reason why the Supreme Court struck down Moore versus Harper is that, or Moore v. Harper, is that you kind of put yourself in a bad position as the Supreme Court if you say that lesser courts can't control what legislatures do. Because let me just put it like this. The precedent that sets is just kind of saying that courts are less important than legislatures and can't control what legislatures do. And no one in their right mind in the Supreme Court, no one in their right mind who isn't being bribed would say, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna disempower myself. Also, it's important to remember too that like some of the members of the Supreme... It is kind of funny to me that fucking the lady who got added onto the Supreme Court, the Catholic lady, I'm forgetting what her name is. They tried to fucking three fucking letter initial her. That was the lady I forgot. What the fuck is her name? Barrett. I find it funny that Justice Barrett and Justice Kavanaugh have been like fairly not insane in office. Like, the two of the three Trump-appointed justices, like, do they suck? Abso-fucking-lutely. They're horrible. They suck. But they aren't entirely insane. So I have to respect that. But yeah. So, does this mean that you should not worry about the future? No. Be worried. Don't be doomer, but have a healthy amount of worry about what may come for us in the future, because trust me, Republicans aren't going to stop at Moore v. Harper. This also doesn't mean that you should not plan, or that you should not have plans to leave the country. Keep your plans to leave the country. I'm not going to lie, if Moore v. Harper went in favor of Moore, I would be making plans now to leave the country. Like, I would go to college for 1 year, and then I would, like, contact one of my buddies up in fucking Canada and be like, hey, yo, like, I gotta go, I gotta get out, I gotta leave. But since Moore v. Harper didn't go through, I'ma stay for a little bit. Will I still leave in the long term? But am I leaving immediately? No. So, could it also be because they were younger? Maybe, but I do feel like it's partly judicial corruption on the side of the three people who didn't vote in favor of saving our democracy. And if I'm being honest, I'm glad that our democracy was saved. This is a nice end of Star Wars episode fucking 4 moment. We blew up the Death Star. Congratulations, Shinji. We're doing great. But that doesn't mean that shit is over, you know? The Empire will strike back. Okay? We're gonna have to fight Darth Vader. We're gonna have to be in there like boom, 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 boom. Like we're gonna have to fight these Republican Sith some more. And then towards the end, in episode 6, we're gonna fucking blow up the Death Star again. You know, Death Star 2. Whatever that may be. So keep an eye on your politics. Be safe. Register to vote. Make sure to vote. And if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. You can join the link in the description below my Discord so that you know when I am going live. My lovely people. You can also follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/realapillow or just @realapillow. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. I gotta hit the stop recording button. Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Take a moment to think of just Flexibility, love, and trust. Here comes a thought that might alarm you. What someone said and how it harmed you. Something you did that failed to be charming. Things that you said are suddenly swarming. And oh, I'm losing sight, I'm losing touch. All these little things seem to matter so much that they confuse me. Wait, no, fuck. That they confuse you. That I might lose you. Take a moment, remind yourself to take a moment to find yourself. Take a moment to ask yourself if this is how we fall apart. You're telling me Darth Pence is gonna pick up Emperor Trump and throw him off the White House? He might. That would be funny. That'd be really funny. I'm scratching my nose. That'd be really funny if he did. But the thing is, the question is, who's Luke in this situation? Emperor's not smart. Trump is not smart enough to be the Emperor? Yeah. Dude, what if the Emperor's fucking DeSantis and Trump is Darth Vader? And after Trump is just fucking sitting there just like, take off my spray paint, Luke. my little baby, my little child, I did this for you. The transgenders are actually probably some of the best Americans ever, my little boobala link. My little child, my little baby. That would be fucking hilarious. Did I say Link? Luke. I got Zelda on the mind. Constitution stands are wild. They praise it like it's perfect, but it needs updates as a multi-century document. Okay, I'll put it like this. Anyone who genuinely thinks that the Constitution is a good document is a fucking idiot and has never read the Constitution. The Constitution sucks. Like, go read the Constitution. If you've never read the Constitution before, read the Constitution. It'll take you 15 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. It took me like 15 minutes to read the Constitution and all of its accompanying amendments. It is stupidly fucking short. The Constitution is not comprehensive at all. Like, we genuinely need a better Constitution. They had to amend that shit 27 times? Yeah. And most of the amendments were bullshit. And even then, kind of 26, because one of the amendments was just like, oh shit, that one we did about the alcohol? Yeah, no, remove it. Yeah, no. So really, if I'm being honest, kind of 25 times, because one of the amendments was putting in place a stupid fucking statute. And then the next amendment was removing that, not the next amendment, but an amendment after was removing that fucking statute. So really, we've had 25 and 2 hiccups. So, you know? Hello, Jade. Yeah, beat Tears of the Kingdom yet? I have not beaten Tears of the Kingdom. I'm really close, but I saw that before you get to fight Ganondorf, you have to fucking fight an entire horde of, like, fucking dark villains and shit, and I was just like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. So then I took a Tears of the Kingdom break. I've recently been playing Life is Strange, which I might play on stream. Which is why Family Guy made jokes about misconstruement, yeah. Fun fact, judicial reviews. Yeah, judicial review isn't in the Constitution. It took a fucking court case for the Supreme Court to go, oh yeah, we can just, like, determine whether or not shit is constitutional or not. Also, a law had to be passed by Congress to even set up the court system. Like, a lot of people don't realize the Constitution is, like, barely a guiding document for a nation. Let's amend it 30 more times. I'll tell you what we should do with the Constitution. We should scrap the shit and start from new. But, like, not in the way that Republicans want to do it, where they want to, like, trigger a constitutional convention. I mean, like, we should fucking nuke the Constitution and make a brand new one that protects people's rights, you know? Like, if I could make a brand new Constitution, I'll do a couple of things. A, fuck our current system, we're going parliamentary. This current system we have is bullshit. We will have a parliamentary system. The executive head of the nation will be the head of the biggest party in the fucking parliament, and if you want some fucking equal representation between big and small states, you can have that. You can keep your Senate. But this is what we should do with the Senate. The Senate, if I could reform the Constitution, the Senate would only have the power to make laws and pass them on to the Parliament. The Senate could draft laws, and pass them on to the Parliament. They couldn't vote on whether or not a law should be legal. They couldn't vote in confirmation hearings. They would not have voting power. The Senate would be a glorified body of law writers. And even then, guess who else would be able to write laws in my situation? Fucking anyone. Like, in our current system, a lot of people don't know this. You can write a bill. Like, you, right now, you can write a bill and just send it to your congressman. That's how a lot of laws actually get passed through Congress. You have special interest groups that will write bills and then pass them on to congressmen to introduce to the floor. Anyone can write a bill. Yeah? So, in my situation, I would still keep it to where anyone can write a bill. It's just that the Senate would just have an easier time passing bills onto the main parliament. So you still have proportional representation in lawmaking, not necessarily law passage, which is how it should be. Everyone should be able to get an equal input, but not everyone should be able to get an equal vote on the shit, because not every state has an equal population. Obviously. Come on. Yeah, nah, fuck the Senate. I think the Senate could work in my situation. Because there are genuine merits to having a system where, like, each state has, like, equal representation. The issue with it is when those, like, states have the ability to vote on passage of laws. No. You should have equal input in what gets to be written into a law, but you shouldn't have equal input over whether or not that law is passed and can affect the entire country. Yeah? States with populations of fucking 700,000 shouldn't be able to determine laws in states with over 10 million people just because they have equal representation in the Senate. That's bullshit. That shouldn't be able to happen. That's what I think. Fuse the Senate and the House? No. Yeah? We stand Guam and Puerto Rico. If they want independence, give them independence. If they want to be a part of the country, let them be a part of the country. That's what I think. Yeah? And then past that, the way I would reform the Supreme Court. I thought about this a lot in the shower. Yeah, so the way I would reform the Supreme Court is like this. Fuck lifelong appointments. You get in there, you get 12 years. Yeah? And the way I would do it is that there is a new justice appointed every year. So when one person's 12-year term runs out, another person comes up and is appointed. And when that person's 12-year terms runs out, they're appointed by someone else. But it's like a judge's term, like one justice's term expires every year. Yeah? So that would make sure that, someone isn't in there for their entire fucking life. And on top of that, the way I would do this to stop people in the Supreme Court from being, fucking corrupt, I would do two things. One, I would give them a pretty good fucking stipend after they retire. And two, in the situation where, well, let me put it like this. You can't get a fucking job. I think after you are in the Supreme Court, you shouldn't be able to get a fucking job. So that, let's say someone approaches you, backroom deal, and is just like, hey dude, after your term expires in the Supreme Court, you can come work for us, we'll give you like $1 million a year. You can't do that. You are not allowed to get a job. You want to know how you get taken care of? The fucking state takes care of you. Or you can write a fucking book or some shit. But you cannot under any circumstance, get a fucking job. You can't even go work at fucking Wendy's as a fucking fry cook. No, sit your ass down. You earned it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. You like that idea for the Supreme Court? Thank you. I think it's a good idea too, because it keeps the court updated. Like, instead of having someone sitting on the same post for 20 fucking years until they kick it and die, it would make sure that everyone has an equal term length. 12 years is pretty good when it comes to judicial stability. It's just a new person gets put in every year. So that means each president under a normal term will get 4 to 8 appointments. I think that's fine. That means it's constantly changing. That's cool. Yeah. You can't return to the private sector? Yeah, you can't return to the private sector in this case, so that you can't get bribed. Also, I should probably also say this. I would still say that the president would still exist as a position. A lot of countries with parliamentary systems have a prime minister and a president. I would still have that. But the president would be kind of also like the Supreme Court in this case. In this case, a president would be elected for a 12-year term, but they wouldn't have the same powers that a president currently has. Basically, I would have the president kind of act as like the fucking chief guy who just kind of oversees constitutionality and maybe raises some constitutional questions. Basically, not like the president now. I'll transfer those kind of powers that we have vested in the president now to a prime minister figure, but the president would exist to, you know, just kind of fucking chill there, make sure shit is running well, check constitutionality of things that maybe the Supreme Court can't, maybe clarify constitutional questions, basically just have the president be a scholar. So I think that would be cool, but even then, in this kind of situation, I wouldn't necessarily know if a president should be, like, in the same kind of vein as we currently have a president. I don't know. I'm willing to, like, remove the president in this situation and just replace the position with a prime minister. I haven't thought too much about the position of a presidency in this kind of situation because most of the power that we would vest in a president would be in a prime minister. So, yeah. I like this. I hadn't thought about looking through all of this to see. Yeah. Have a prime minister call him the president? Maybe? Who knows? Can you make an No. No, I cannot make an OnlyFans. I mean, I can, legally. I'm 18, but I will not be making an OnlyFans. Have, like, a Hall of Supreme Court Justices that's, like, an internet forum of information and legal policy and shit. That would be cool. Pretty solid outline, honestly. I know! So, like, look, if the socialist revolution ever happens, make me be Alexander Hamilton. I want to make the brand new U.S. Constitution, the USSA, United Socialist States of America Constitution. I think I could do a pretty good job on it. Can the judges make an OnlyFans? Fuck it, we ball, I guess. I guess, yeah, let them. Let them. Basically, they just can't go work for, like, an oil company or some shit after they get out of office. Would the president or prime minister handle foreign relations? Probably prime minister in this situation. Like, just have a minister of state. Or, like, minister of foreign affairs or shit. Like other countries do. And then, of course, the parliament would be proportional. The Senate would not be proportional, but the Senate can't vote on whether or not laws can actually pass. And then, yeah. Actually, no. No, I just remembered the way that I have thought about the president before. The president would kind of serve the same position that the president does now, at least in terms of, like, checking legislature and shit, like checking laws before they pass into law. But it would be like the fucking the parliament votes on whether or not to pass a law to the president. The prime minister checks over the law, can decide, fuck it, send it back to Congress, and then if it passes by him, they can vote it up straight to the president. And if the president's like, ayo, that's cool, passes back, it passes into law. And if the president's like, nah dude, veto, goes back, and then they can also vote it back up like we kind of have now. But to pass a prime minister who doesn't want it, simple majority. To pass a president who doesn't want it, 2/3 majority. And again, president, after they get out of office, they cannot, in this circumstance, join any fucking job after. You're done. When you get done with public service, in my situation, you're done because it stops people from taking bribes. And if you take, if you take bribes in my system, if you're corrupt, you just get shot. Fuck you. That's a joke. Maybe. I haven't put that much thought into it. But basically taking bribes, serious fucking offense. I would say, like, fuck you. Glory to the USSA. Yeah. I oppose unproportionality. Let me explain my Senate system again. The way the Senate would work in my system is that it would be unproportional representation. Each state would still get 2 senators. But the Senate, in this situation, would not have the ability to pass laws. They would only have the ability to write laws and pass them on to the parliament. And this would be a right that everyone in the nation would have. Over the age of 18 or 16, whatever we decide the voting age is. This is a right that everyone in the nation would have. The only difference is the Senate would be representatives selected specifically from people in the state to write laws on their behalf. That's the only difference. Everyone who is of age to vote would have the same rights as a senator. The only difference is the Senate is a special group of people voted in by the people to do it specifically. But they aren't the only people who can do it, and they don't have a right to pass laws. They only have the right to write laws and give them to the parliament to vote on it, and the parliament, of course, would also have the right to write their own and pass their own laws. So everyone has an equal representation in the writing of laws, but not the passage of laws. That's when it becomes proportionality, because these laws affect everyone, and I want it to be proportional when it comes to voting on which laws go into power. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? They can still do lump sum bribes? Nope, not at all. Because also, in my system, I would outlaw, what do you call it? Oh yeah, I would outlaw campaign finance. At least, not campaign finance. I would outlaw super PACs and shit. And like, giving donations to candidates. You can give individual donations to candidates, I think, up to like $1,000 maybe. And basically I would have it to where like, you already need a petition system to get on a ballot. I would make it so that once you reach like a certain level of signatures on your petition to get on a ballot, you get an equalized amount of money. And then the more signatures you get, let's say you hit 100,000 signatures, you get more money. You hit 500,000 signatures, you get more money into your campaign. 1 million signatures, more money into your campaign, etc., etc., etc. So everyone would have an equalized amount of money. It's not like whichever candidate gets the most fucking funding. The only difference would be like how many donations you get. Like individualized donations from individual people. That would be the only difference. Outside of that, your campaign would be basically financed by the government. And what I mean by the government, I mean by taxpayers, because the taxpayers are the ones signing your fucking petition for you to run for office. So it makes sense. You sign my petition to run for office, fucking it comes out of the taxpayer. Banning jobs after service wouldn't stop lump sum shit. Yeah, you just monitor them. That's what I'll do. I would monitor them to like ensure that they wouldn't take bribes. Because like again, in my system, you would receive a stipend from the government after you get done with your stint in public service, and anything coming into your bank account outside of that stipend would be like, that's not supposed to happen. It's easy monitoring, and if they put it in a fucking escrow account, then investigate them. I'm from Haiti, and when our government does exist, we have a president and prime minister. If a prime minister controls the government, the president is kind of like an overseer and is the boss. Yeah, that's what I think would make sense. The Stunlock wouldn't make a bad segment. I'm probably gonna upload it like a segment. What about abolishing the state in a fucking 500 years when we can't abolish the state? Yeah, but in the interim, I think this would be a good idea. There are proportional systems that incorporate state representation and even regional representatives. Well, I would like you to point me to that system. But I think the way that I'm doing unproportional representation, at least in terms of the Senate, makes sense. Because again, I will outline this again. Everything that the Senate could do in my system, everyone else who is voting age can do. Everything a senator in my system can do, everyone else who is voting age can do. You don't need to be in office to do this in my situation. It's that simple. The only difference with the Senate is that senators in my system would be specifically selected by the people to write laws. Those same people who vote for a senator to write laws for them would have the same rights as the senator to write laws. The only difference is the Senate is a specific group of people selected to write those laws. They don't have any voting rights in terms of whether the law gets passed on to the fucking president to get signed in the situation. They don't do that. That's what the parliament would be for in my situation. The proportional body. They are basically just a group. The Senate in my situation are just a group of people who have the same rights as everyone else. Only difference is they go to DC to write the fucking laws to write bills to pass on to the parliament, which everyone else can do in my situation. They just go to DC to do it, and they have a special title because they are specially selected to do it. It's kind of like how you can file your own taxes, or you can hire an accountant, you know? Like, y'all have the same rights in terms of like filing taxes. You have the same fucking abilities. It's just one person is specified to do that, but you have the same abilities, if that makes sense. You know what I just remembered? Capitalism isn't in the Constitution? No. Creates jobs by needing monitors? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck them. Monitor their asses. I think we're used to calling the top guy the president. We are. Would the Senate have STV for its voting system? STV? I'm sorry, Yeah. Yeah, Senate would have STV. If it could work. In Scotland, the government tells you how much you owe. Yeah, but, I'll also change that. Listen, again, if the fucking glorious socialist revolution ever happens and we need to set up a dictatorship of the proletariat, I'm your fucking guy. I know how to write my political systems because fucking I spend a lot of time in the shower thinking about political systems. Anyways, if you all like this Unlocked, I hope you like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, join the Discord down below. Maybe you can debate me on some of my positions that I've expressed here. You can also follow me on Twitter, DM me there, also debate me there, maybe, perhaps, and like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. STD would be a very different voting system. You just have some guy get fucking wheeled in with like all of the fucking STDs just like yes! And then you just get like 100 fucking like just 100 votes just fucking break out of the fucking screen because of all of the fucking STDs he has. That'd be hilarious. Require worker democracy in businesses with more than a few people. That's what I'll do too. Like, again, in the Stunlock, I was just generally setting up how I'd want, like, the government to work, but there are a couple of other things that I would want to be required. Like, I didn't go over term limits. I would want term limits in place, potentially. Age limits, I would want age limits in place. I think past a certain age, like, you shouldn't be able to be in government. You can still vote, but you shouldn't be able to be in government. Things of that nature. The Danish system, maybe. I'll just tab this and fucking bookmark it. Constitution, monarchy. A constitutional monarchy? Really? I don't think we should be taking pointers from the fucking constitutional monarchs. I'm kidding. That is a joke. There are representatives of 16 parties in the Danish parliament, and since 1909, no party has had enough representatives to rule entirely on its own. Damn. Instead, multiple parties put together a ruling coalition. Okay. Elections. It's called the fucking Folketing. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I'll look into the Danish system a little later. But yeah. The election system? Okay. Hey. You know, how about we just, like, select one American to be a fucking monarch? And, like, let's make it a child under 15. Like fucking Star Wars, you know? Like fucking Naboo on Star Wars. We could have our own little Queen Amidala. That would be hilarious. Wait, so in your parliament, would people run for office? Or like in the UK, request to run from the party? People would run for office. You could join a party if you wanted. But even then, I don't even know if I would allow parties. But, again, this is like shower thought shit. I haven't officially laid this out. This is just some things that I've thought about often. But, like, no, you wouldn't need to request to run through a party. I think that's fucking draconic. You shouldn't need to be a part of a party to run. Anarcho-monarchy is fucking hilarious. But yeah, so that was a very fun stun lock. The British capital would be run from Manchester. That's horrific. Okay, so we can either cover TWOMAD or... You see, this is why I love streaming, because I got to rant to a bunch of people my literal shower thoughts on how I would, like, reform the US if I got a chance to. Although, let's be honest, if I could reform the US without challenge, I'll just make myself the god dictator. Listen, a lot of people would be getting fucking executed. Yeah? The fucking Boku no Hero fans have had it too good for too fucking long. We need to start shuffling you fuckers off the edge of a cliff. I need to know who the fuck TWOMAD is. You will find out. Oh, you will find out. If you give me the choice of banning independents or parties, there would be no independence for me because it would be so annoying to learn from party programs. I guess. The English North needs more attention, yeah. It would also be impossible to enforce proportionality without parties. Humans tend to form parties/factions naturally. That's what I think too. Which is also why it would be an issue when it comes to party shit. Because, like, do parties kind of sow fucking division? Yeah. But at the same time, humans kind of naturally fucking group up into shit. I guess my only thing would be, like, if a party gets too big, there should be a system in place to just nuke parties. Also, another thing, too, what I would also do, because, like, this system can also still devolve into, like, fascism, because any system can devolve into fascism. I would put just, like, a general, in the preamble to the fucking Constitution, this brand new glorious American Constitution, I would put that, like, everyone's rights are to be respected, everyone has, like, a right to marriage, how to live however the fuck they want, etc, etc, etc. Like, basically, I would put this fucking clause in the beginning that's just, like, you cannot violate anyone's rights, and I would have, like, a list of clauses in the front of the Constitution that I would just call unamendable clauses. Like, you cannot change this at all. Like, you can't amend this out, you can't change this at all, you can't fucking nuke this bit of the Constitution, you can't do it. So, part of that would be just a general declaration of the rights of man. French Revolution. But yeah, no, that's what I'll do. Like, I'll just have that there, like, you cannot violate people's rights. If anything, I would first that a party can't get more than 30%. If the people want a party to get more than 30%, because like then that gets down to the issue, like the question of should we allow like people to have term limits, or I mean, should we enforce term limits? Should we enforce like party proportionality limits? Because then it gets down to a question of like, is that more democratic or is it less democratic? Because like, are you limiting people's right of choosing who they want in office by doing that? Kinda, yeah. But are you also kind of encouraging democracy by forcing there to be more parties or more politicians or more new people getting into office instead of people getting used to the status quo? Yeah. That's when you get into like more complex political philosophy. So, what about women's rights? Obviously, in my system, the only people allowed to be in office would be women. Dude, obviously, fucking obviously. Women's rights? Women make the rights in my fucking system. What do you mean? They make the rights. They are the politicians. They are the fucking parliamentarians. They are in the Supreme Court. They are the presidents in this situation. The only position that I would allow men to have in this fucking society would be the shit-ass senators who can't do anything except have the same rights as everyone else. That's simple. Fuck men. Okay, no, but seriously though, like, yeah, they would obviously be protected. Everyone's rights would be protected in my system. Also, of course, I would come with prison reform. It's fucking, there's a lot of shit. Like, it takes a lot to reform a society, but that was basically my basic layout of what I would want to do. I say no parties and no money for campaigning. I want chaos in our elections with homeless people running. Well, again, the way that I'll do it is like, you need a certain amount of signatures to get on ballots already. So I will just make it so that once you reach a signature threshold, you get more money dumped into your campaign. Because the people want it. If they're voters, if they're taxpayers, they're paying for it. So they might as well pay to have you campaign. Because it keeps dark money out of politics. What about non-binaries? Honestly, in my situation, I would fucking set up a monarchy. And it would be a non-binary monarchy. Yeah. Denmark has 3 socialist parties and 4 liberal parties that are all different. Yeah. But the way you would do actually makes sense. In terms of... Oh, thank you. Yeah. Only women and non-binary people? True. Men stay losing. And then someone said earlier, like, would I mandate worker co-ops on businesses over a certain size? I would. You know, a bunch of other things. Like, I would also nationalize some fucking transport systems, like the airline system. I would probably nationalize that. I don't know. It's a lot of shit, but who knows. You got good ideas? Thank you. Again, if the fucking revolution happens, I'm your guy. We're abolishing men, yeah. That's what a lot of people don't realize. I want it to be like that one... Hold up. I want it to be like that one episode of Codename Kids Next Door. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. You know, the episode of Kids Next Door where... Hold up, let me make sure this is fine, because people might draw weird shit about this. Okay, yeah, I know. But like that one episode of Kids Next Door where fucking number four goes into the future, and like everyone got fucking force femmed by the by the fucking force femmery. Listen, this is what the socialists want. Yeah, all of those socialists that you see on Twitter, including me included, we want to build this, dude. We want to build the fucking force femmeray from Operation Future, codename Kids Next Door. Oh yeah, dude. That's what we want. We are abolishing men in my system. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely, you're gone. If you have a cock and balls, you're gone. They're gonna cut off. Fuck you. We got sperm banks for days. Days. Okay. Yeah. Oh, shit. I was just about to end the poll, too, but it equalized. Oh, go bro, went back up. It's so close now. I'm gonna wait until like 2:35 to do it. Before we kick off the next segment. I didn't expect it to equalize. Okay, but hear me out. Why do certain countries still have monarchs, but they don't have much power in politics? They're just glorified zoo animals at this point? Well, that's the difference. They do still have a lot of power in politics. It's just like not necessarily ruling power. And even then, it's because, like, generally, unless a country was birthed out of, like, a Republican revolution like the United States was, and, like, France was, and many times, actually. Unless a country was generally, was, like, formed out of a Republican revolution, and by Republican, I don't mean the GOP, I mean, like, the idea that a nation should be a republic of representatives of the people forming laws and doing shit. Unless a country is formed out of a Republican revolution, 9 times out of 10, whenever they did switch to a democratic system, they kept their monarch, because removing a monarch is not very good if you want to appear like as a fighter for the nation. If you want to, like, if your nation moved over to a democracy from a monarchy and it wasn't violent and it wasn't in response to a bad monarchy, it's kind of a bad look to look at the monarch who is letting you move over to a democracy and going, fuck you, because a lot of people look at that as being unpatriotic, and that causes you to lose elections, because why are you rejecting the monarch? The monarch is allowing us to do these great things, like move over to a democracy. The monarch is willingly giving up power. Why do you want to fuck over the monarch? Like, that's not really popular when it comes to electoralism. It's a very bad look, and that's why even in, like, countries like the UK today, being a Republican, like, being anti-monarchist is a very bad look, politically. It's more popular now, but it's still a bad look. Yeah, Britain stumbled into fucking democracy. It's fucking insane how they did it. But yeah, good day to be gender apathetic. Yeah, if only this happened to me. It will, Lucky Otter. In my system, in my glorious system, everyone's gonna be force femmed, except for the non-binaries. The non-binaries will not be force femmed if they do not wish. Okay, makes sense. Other than that, I still find it funny, but a lot of people, when we became independent, wanting George Washington as king of the U.S. Well, yeah, that's the thing about it, too. A lot of people during the Revolution didn't necessarily want, like, to get rid of a monarchy system. Like, not everyone wanted a republican system. They just didn't like the British monarch. Makes sense. And they wanted representation. Again, makes sense. So it kind of makes sense why some people may have went, oh yeah, it'd be cool if we had George Washington as a monarch, but then he was like, no, actually, let's not do that. Which is a good idea. Because, some of you may not know, but if George Washington became a monarch, Civil War would have been a little interesting, because Robert E. Lee, through marriage, is related to George Washington's, I believe, his wife, Martha Washington, through, I think, his stepdaughter's lineage. So, it's a little iffy. If the Civil War would have happened at all. It's quite popular in Scotland, yeah, but so is Scottish independence, but unfortunately, y'all have not been able to get that yet. Fuck the UK. I genuinely want to see the UK, like, dissolve in my lifetime. Not, like, through violent fucking war, but I think it would be, like, nice if fucking people if the UK broke up. Like, Scotland became independent and shit, and everyone else. Okay, 1 more minute on the poll. You have 1 more minute to swing it. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay. Looks like we are covering Go Woke, Go Broke. Also, why it was easy for Napoleon to become emperor. Yeah, but even then, Napoleon kind of fucking exploited, like, the revolutions, destabilization of France to also become emperor. It's a couple of things why he became emperor. Also, he was just really popular. Oof, new nightmare alt history scenario discovered. What is it? Okay. I just need to pull up what we're doing for the next segment. I'm going to be covering Get Woke, Go Broke. Stop the count. The count's already stopped. Wait, actually no, I think I tweeted about this. So it should be easy to find it. Okay, so that's one of them that I'd want to cover. And then over here, search. It'll be quick. It'll be quick before I get this up. Films. I think it was Rolling Stone that tweeted this. Damn. I'm trying to find it. It was like a top 10 list of like the highest grossing movies in 2023. Wait, shit. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna get tea. Do other people have that problem? Not particularly. Damn. Where is it? Is it on here, maybe? I might be able to look at it here. Oh no, that's just as of 2023. Almost there. Here it is. Okay. I have what I need. Shut! We're about to start a new segment. New segment arena. A new segment to do. Are you ready, my children? Is your body ready? Like Reggie Fils-Aimé. Are you ready? Because it's about to get funky. Funky. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Okay, it's time to get funky. To the left. Take it back right now. Zan DM'd me? Sick. Okay. Let me close that out. I didn't expect Zan to DM me in the middle of stream. Okay. Ready, Freddy? Okay. Next segment. Go woke, go broke. Hello, howdy, and hello, everyone. A Pillow here once again. And I'm here to talk to you about a little refrain that we see very often from our conservative or centrist friends, okay? So, very often, you will see some people say that a property will go woke and go broke. So what does this mean? So woke, to these people, these are often people like your quarterings, your geeks and gamers, people of those kind, media reviewers, and what these people will often do is that they will look at a media property that will be coming out soon. They did it with She-Ra, Princesses of Power. They did it with, most recently, the new Little Mermaid movie. They will look at it, and they even did it with Bud Light, a beer. And they will look at it, and they will go, okay, this new property or new advertising campaign or whatnot is coming out, and it looks like these movies, oh, they changed out the white lead with a black lead. Oh, they are now following a black character or a gay character or a woman in this property that had a man in it or had a white guy in it, and now it's a black woman. Oh my god, they've gone woke. And then they will look at it and they will go, oh, well, you see, every time that one of these properties goes woke, they always end up losing money. They always go broke. People don't want to see it. People don't like being pandered to. They don't like it. You aren't going to get more viewers. People are just not going to watch it because it isn't what they remembered. They're going to go woke. They're going to go broke. And by woke, they mean anything that is not white or a man or straight or etc. Basically, woke has like no meaning anymore because it's been used so much. What is woke? And you know what? This is a very interesting phenomenon to me. So, let's talk about a recent movie that came out. And that movie is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Lovely movie. Great movie. I loved it very much. And let's talk about a fine character in that movie. Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen. Posters flipped because I have my webcam flipped because this is the angle that I like. But this is her, this is she on this poster on my closet door. Go woke, go broke. So recently in the brand new Spider-Man movie, very anticipated animated movie, we saw that Gwen Stacy was in her room. She had a couple of things. She had a flag that said "Protect Trans Kids" in it. There was a scene in the movie where she was basically talking to her father. I've seen this movie twice. I think it's very good. But she was talking with her father when she was reconciling with him, and you see her flags kind of light up in her hair kind of lights up in the entire color palette of the scene. Very trans colors here and kind of bi colors. And we see here that her father has a trans flag pin on his police vest. Very interesting. And as well as this, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, of course, follows Miles Morales. Miles Morales is a black Latino character, and he is the new Spider-Man in his universe. A majority of the leads in the movie are actually people of color. You have Hobie Brown, Spider-Punk, sick as fuck dude, and he's a black guy. You have Pavitra Prabhakar, Indian Spider-Man, sick as fuck. He's from Mumbattan. He's a cool dude. He doesn't get a lot of screen time, but he will next movie. Indian character. Miguel O'Hara, the main, I guess you could say, antagonist of the movie, not necessarily a villain, is a Hispanic Irish guy. Really interesting. So, you may think that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, being a movie that switched out its typical main when it comes to Spider-Man, that being a straight white guy, you would think that which nothing wrong with Spider-Man, Peter Parker, being a straight white guy. One of the characters in the movie is Peter B. Parker. He's a straight white guy. He has a child with presumably straight and a white woman, Mary Jane Parker. Mary Jane Parker. And his universe, he's a cool fucking dude. I'm not saying anything's wrong with someone being a straight white guy before someone misconstrues that point, because people are known to do that. Nothing's wrong with that. Perfectly fine. Cool to have straight white guy characters. Love seeing them. It's cool. Yeah? But you would think that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse switching out its main characters with a straight, typically being a straight white guy, you'd think that them switching this out with, say, a black Latino kid and his potentially trans love interest. I'm gonna lean on her being trans. Not everyone has a trans flag just sitting in their room. And, maybe you could say she's a good ally, but her father carrying around that pin, that kind of pushes me into believing that she might actually be, and it just wasn't explicitly said in the movie. You might think that this would lead to the movie not performing well, because it went woke. It's a woke movie now. Yeah? The movie was so woke that it even got banned in a couple of countries, I think. I know it's at least one country in the Middle East. But you'd think that they would potentially go very broke because the movie got banned in some countries over having a trans character and references to trans people in it. So you'd think, oh, go woke, go broke. This movie absolutely went broke. Across the Spider-Verse jumped back to number 1 at the domestic box office on Wednesday. Okay. Maybe. Maybe that's just in the US. Maybe in other countries, it hasn't been doing well. It hasn't been doing too well. The highest grossing movies of 2023 so far, from MovieWeb, we break down the biggest box office successes in the first half of 2023. Okay. Well, maybe they're just putting Spider-Verse here. You see, you have a shocked Miles Morales face. He kind of looks like me, honestly, just like... Yeah, but, maybe they have him here looking shocked because he isn't supposed to, his movie didn't do too well. He went woke and he got broke, and that's why he looks so shocked. So let's see if Spider-Man Across Spider-Verse is on this list. Oh, is it at all? Is it on this list? It's at number 4. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. $494,002,979. It has only been beaten out by Fast 10, or Fast X, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which has been anticipated for years. And then the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which made $1 billion fucking dollars. Okay. You know what? Maybe that's a fluke. Maybe that's a fluke. Because you know what? Maybe Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse didn't go broke. Yeah, maybe it didn't go broke. Maybe it gone woke. Maybe it's a fluke. Maybe it didn't go broke. Because Peter B. Parker's in it. Yeah, he is still Spider-Man in his universe. He's still a straight white guy. There is technically a change, but it's not a discernible change. Yeah, and this movie is less than a month old. This movie came out at time of recording. This movie came out this month. I'm recording this on the 28th. By the way, it's my mother's birthday. I need to text her happy birthday, like now. Actually, let me go ahead and do that. I was meaning to after stream, but knowing me, I'm very forgetful. I'm a good child. But yeah, no, you would think that this movie that came out, this movie came out June 2nd. It's 26 days later. One of the best performing movies. But you know what? Maybe. Just maybe. Let's go to a different movie that a lot of these great oracles were claiming was gonna go broke. Yeah? Who here has watched The Little Mermaid? Part of your world. You know, you gotta tra-la-la-la-la something, 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 something. You gotta kiss the girl. You'd think that this would go really broke. Because there is no version of a white Ariel. Unlike in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, there is a white Peter Parker. He has a fairly prominent role in the movie. There is no white Ariel in the new Little Mermaid movie. You'd think that this movie would also go broke in the box office because they went woke. Look, they turned Ariel, our glorious white Ariel. They made her woke and cast a black woman to be her. It's so woke. Yeah? See, you would think that this movie would go broke as well. Well, let's check the box office on this movie. Let's see. It's probably not even on this. It's number 6. Little Mermaid made $467,699,129 in the box office as of the time this list came out. This list came out, let me check the date on this, 4 days ago. It beat out fucking John Wick Chapter 4. The least woke movie ever. It beat out John Wick Chapter 4. Beat out Creed 3. Oh yeah, another movie. Creed. Hey, Creed is a Rocky spinoff. Rocky was initially a white guy. 275 million bones in the box office. Creed 3, number 8 on this placement, came out a couple of months ago. Although one of the fucking stars in the movie, the main villain guy, allegedly beats women, so that's not good. It's not good at all. So, as we can see in this list of top 10 highest grossing movies of 2023 so far, plenty of wokeness in this list. These did not go broke, you idiot! Really? Go woke, go broke. You're sitting here telling me that Spider-Verse went woke and went broke? Really? That The Little Mermaid, sitting at number 6... Listen, I'm just gonna put it like this. If your movie beats out John Wick 4? If your movie beats out John Wick Chapter fucking 4, your movie didn't go broke. Your movie broke the bank. There is no going broke here. And this is what it gets down to. The whole get woke, go broke thing is a grift. These movies aren't going broke. They're popular. They're more popular than ever. Because, believe it or not, most people don't care if you make a character black. Most people don't care if you make a character black. And before someone says, oh well, what if we made Black Panther white? I've made a video on this. I don't care if you make Black Panther white. Just make it make sense in the context of the story. You could very easily have a story where, say, King T'Chaka kills Ulysses Claw, and Ulysses Claw has a child who's now orphaned, and King T'Chaka now feels bad for that kid. So, the white kid, he adopts the white kid, the kid grows up as the only child of the king of Wakanda, and crown passes on to him, and the crown passes on to the white kid, and he becomes a new Black Panther. I would read that. That sounds like a sick comic book idea. I'm fine with you making characters that are black white, as long as it makes sense in the context of the story. And I just used a character who was king of a reclusive African nation, and I just came up with an idea that would make it make sense in the context of the story to make him white. I'm fine with it, just make it make sense. Hey, you know what really doesn't, change the context of the story, though, and making a character black? But somehow it's going woke whenever you do it, even though it really doesn't change the story all that much? The Little Mermaid. What does Ariel's race have to do with her being a mermaid who wants to be part of that world? What does her race change at all? Nothing. But is making her black woke? What's woke about it? What is woke? Define woke. I want to know what woke is. Yeah? Is it pandering? Do you think it's pandering? I don't feel pandered to. Who cares? It's a character, it's a skin tone. Halle Bailey can fucking sing, dude. She can fucking sing. Let her be fucking Ariel. That's sick as fuck. I don't care. Making Gwen trans, potentially, or having her have trans flag references in her room and shit? Is it woke? I guess. Maybe. What's the issue? Why do you care so much? Why do you care so much about a character's race? Why do you care so much about a character's race? Why does a white character becoming black, why is that such an issue for you? I don't care if you make a black character white. I don't give a fuck. I gave you a scenario where I would be fine with it. And a character whose race kinda would make it weird to change in the story unless you had a good reason. But I don't care, as long as you have a good reason. A lot of other people, if you actually ask them instead of listening to what other YouTubers say about it, genuinely don't care, just make it make sense in the context of the story. Why do you care so much? Why do you care so much about Gwen Stacy potentially being trans? Why did y'all care so much when Miles Morales was made a character in the MCU to replace Peter Parker? Not in the MCU, but in Marvel to replace Peter Parker. In the comics, in the Ultimate Universe. Why do you care so much? Why do you care so much? Oh, well, just create new characters, and why does it matter? Miles Morales was a new character, but people still freaked out and called it woke when he came out. Same thing with Riri Williams. You know, the replacement of Iron Man in one of the comics when he kinda went out of commission. She was a replacement, and people called that woke. You know how much Black Panther 2 did at the box office? Black Panther 2 box office. Riri Williams was a character in Black Panther 2. Also, Black Panther 2 was a movie that followed female leads. Yeah? You had Riri. You had, how am I forgetting her name? The Princess of Wakanda, who's played by Letitia Wright. Who I guess becomes Queen. Shuri. Shuri, after Ramonda dies. It also follows Ramunda, yeah, and also Okoye, yeah. 4 black women lead that movie. You know how much that movie made? $859.2 million globally. But nah, they're going woke and going broke. Listen, I'll tell you what's broke. I'll tell you what's bankrupt. The thing that's bankrupt here is the journalistic bankrupt of all of these people, like the Quartering, like the Geeks and Gamers, who sit here and they lie to you. And I'm saying this to you, if you're watching this, if you are a Quartering or Geeks or Gamers fan, I'm saying this to you because I genuinely want people to engage in media in a healthy way. Because there's so much out here that people are depriving themselves of because it's allegedly woke. Yep, there are so many things out here that you could be enjoying that you aren't because people are telling you that, oh, it's woke and it's bad because it's woke, whatever woke means. Yeah? And they'll lie to you and they'll say, oh, well, last movie that went woke, oh, it went broke. They lost so much money, the movie went broke. It got broke. It went woke, they got broke. These movies aren't going broke. They aren't going broke. These movies are performing phenomenally. What I'm saying here is simple. Go woke, go broke. It's BS. Don't listen to them. At all. Think for yourself. Get your own mind. I showed you some examples. Look out. Yeah? Don't even necessarily trust me. Look for yourself. But just know that going woke doesn't mean that it's going to go broke. And that is actually pretty popular. With that being said, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Join my Discord in the description if you want to debate me, or join my Twitter in the description below, or follow me and DM me if you want to debate me, or just chill out, hang out, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Get it? The stop recording button. I think that was a good segment. I just went a little too long on it. But I think that was a very good segment there. When DC asked Stan Lee how he would change Batman if he wrote the story, Stan Lee said he would make him a black woman. That's sick as fuck. I just got here, sad I missed a segment. I will upload it later. And you can also go like back in the stream and just watch it there. Nothing's wrong with that. Alright. Well, people, I officially have a BlueSky code from my kind friend, Xander Hall. So I finally get to make a BlueSky. Create an account. Service that keeps you online. What do you mean? Oh, no, BlueSky default. My hosting provider. BSKY. I'm about to get on BlueSky. Okay. My birth date. Wait, can I secure a pillow? Yeah! I secured a pillow. I'm officially a pillow.bluesky.social. Hell yeah. Okay, time to follow Zan. And Vosh, of course. Yeah. Hey, anyone who has a BlueSky, Go follow me. At apillow.bluesky.social. Sick. Okay, I'll set that up after stream. But, yeah. Holy shit, this is really like Twitter. That's very interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Popular with friends. No new posts. Okay, well this is Zan stuff. Yeah. BlueSky's very tiny though. Like, yeah, Zan only has 129 followers. Which I'll probably find some moodies in here. So I'll, do I? Sundays? I know Sundays. I know Not Just Bikes. Well, I don't know Not Just Bikes, but, I've seen Not Just Bikes, of course. I'm gonna follow people. Chloe. Wait, is this the Chloe? Is this the, HRT Cafe Chloe? Huh. Luxander. I've heard Luxander's cool. Yeah, this is a flex, dude. I'm just flexing on everyone with my fucking BlueSky. Holic Master? Hell yeah, I'm following Holic Master. And okay, let's skip over that one. Add Demon Mama? Is Demon Mama on BlueSky? I'm assuming if she was, she would be following Zan. So I'll probably see her in here. J Spoon, BlueSky? Okay. My first follower on BlueSky, thank you much. I'm just going for like who I see first. And who I like know for sure. Like at a glance who I know. Abby, I know Abby. Balthazar, of course. Gotta follow Balthazar, as always. Our kind friend, Gayfash, of course. Hersbird, hell yeah. But I'm gonna limit myself to like 100. No, I'm gonna limit myself to like 50 follows. Orikun, I know Orikun, I know Any. High Progressive. Poe, of course. Demon Mama, yep. Tori, yeah. Conyer. Tipster. Capels, Elsie. Luca. And Cherry. Sweet. Alright. Don't forget to block Jay and her orbiter's pillow. I'll have to. I'll wait until I improve my social skill and make healthy choices with talking. That's fair. Okay. Yeah. Wait, I wonder, is, Huh. Has anyone taken at real Donald Trump yet? No. Someone get on that. That'd be very funny. I need an invite link desperately. Unfortunately, I have no invite codes. I just got in myself. So, I cannot help you there. Did I get texted by... No. Yeah. Anyways. We covered Get Woke, Go Broke. goated segment. I genuinely think that's one of the best segments I've done in a while. Which I haven't done a lot of segments in a while. But I think in that segment I carried the energy. I made some good points and I had some good data backing me. So I think I did good when it came to Get Woke, Go Broke on that segment. Did y'all enjoy that? Actually, I'll ask a better question. Is Andrew Tatum there? I don't know. And then the first thing I covered was... So I'll just ask y'all what y'all preferred. And, like, I'm not gonna be hurt by what y'all like the most. This is so weird. This is so like Twitter. What about moderation? Content filtering? Oh! Okay. Huh. Oh! Wow! Dude! That's sick! Hold up. Content filtering. In the content filtering system, they just let you hide, hate groups. That's sick. Wow. Okay. So that's absolutely gonna make BlueSky a much more bearable profile than Twitter. And then I guess can I change my my display name? Then I'll go back through and change it when I get back on my phone, because I want to put the sun next to it. Should I choose Raku or Pearl for my little website? I have no idea what those are. I apologize. Do you know the feeling when you are so tired and you can't really speak? I get that. My constitution was super based? Really? Really? That's the most liked segment? Wow. That's weird. I didn't expect y'all to like that the most. That's really interesting. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I'll definitely say, though, when it comes to, like, part of the reason why I have thought so much on, like, constitutions and constitutional systems is 2 minutes ago and already 18 votes? Wow, y'all are active today. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, part of the reason why I think on this stuff so much is just because, I'm really into world building, and part of world building is, of course, like thinking up systems and political systems and shit. So like for years I've been thinking about what could be done to make like a good political system. And part of that has been thinking about like how to reform the US. And that's what I could think of. Like, what's the issue people think of the Senate? It's because states with lower populations get more power than states with higher populations in the Senate. How do you solve that? While still keeping the the equal amount of representatives per state. You disempower the Senate by taking away their ability to pass laws and to vote on appointments. And you just have them have the same rights as citizens, just make them specifically selected to do that job, while everyone else has the same right to do that. That was how I thought about reforming the Senate. What's the issue with the Supreme Court? It's rife with corruption, and also, hold up, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but the issues with the Supreme Court that I saw were that the Supreme Court, people in it are too old. That's an issue, and also people in it, they stay in it for too long. It's a lifetime appointment, and it's prone to corruption. How do you solve that? Simple. You make it so that people can't accept bribes to get into the Supreme Court, and they can't have a job after, so that they can't benefit a system that they want to get into after they're out of the Supreme Court. And then you also make it so that it's a constant cycle of new justices getting in place in the Supreme Court. Yeah, I'm into world building. Yeah. Petition for when the revolution happens to rename the United States of America to the United States of a pillow. That'd be sick. It's so fucked? Yeah. Wow, this is really interesting being on BlueSky. Okay, I know like nothing about Jay. Like nothing about Jay, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I've only seen what Naomi has shared. Outside of that, I have like no idea what's going on with Jay. But yeah, no, I didn't expect Get Woke Go Broke is the least voted segment? Wow. What's my main project? That I keep close to my chest. You never ask someone about their main project, at least in my opinion. No offense. But it's, I'm keeping that close. Anyways, I'm gonna try not to follow any more people on BlueSky. I'm gonna give myself like I'll say 30 follower limit. Just because, I don't want to... I have an issue currently on my Twitter where I'm following like way more people than I have followers. And I've been trying to get that number down, and I don't want to start that on BlueSky. So I'll follow oomfies and people that I already know. Should I make... I think I know what I can do for April Fools next year. I can make a video essay about like why Vosh sucks. But make it like really dumb and poopy. I think that'd be a funny video essay. Well, April Fool's video essay. But yeah. What happened to who? What do you mean? I have a bad memory. Isn't Reddit collapsing? Kind of, but also kind of not. I like Get Woke, Go Broke. Yeah. I did too. Why is Vosh a stinky... Oh! Yeah. I think that'd be a very funny April Fool's. Why Vosh sucks. We all know that Vosh, man. You need bisexual lighting? Dude. I already have it. It's just not... Oh, shit. Hold up. Wait, no. Not that way. Not that way. There we go. It's just not as active as it usually is. Because I do want some natural light in my room. Wait, is String Beats playing? Oh no, I have it paused. Okay, I was about to say. It's a little too quiet. Simple one-word answer, horse, yeah. I could come up in like a horse mask. Cause like I've thought of doing April Fool's stuff. Like around April Fool's this year, I wanted to do like above the fifth column parody, but I couldn't get enough stuff together to do it in time. In my network... Okay, I'm gonna try not to follow big creators who I'm, like, not on talking terms with yet, until I get more followers. So, like, someone like Zan, I'm friends with Zan, so I'll follow him, but, someone like I don't know, H-Bomber Guy? I like H-Bomber Guy, but I'm not gonna follow him on BlueSky yet. I wonder if some of my artists are on BlueSky. Is Kiana Mai on BlueSky? Really? Dang, that sucks. Okay, cool. I just noticed a Gwen poster. Hell yeah! It's right here. It's brand new. I was looking at some of my previous streams and I was watching some other people's streams and I realized like people have like more interesting backgrounds than me, so I decided I was in Walmart and I was like, oh, that's actually a sick poster. I think it would be cool if I hang it up right here instead of like on my wall somewhere else. Does Vosh know who I am? I've played Gartic Phone with Vosh and talked briefly with him, but probably generally no. Like, keep in mind, like, parasociality is different. I've interacted with him more than the average person has. More than the average Voshite has, I guess. But, like, we don't really know each other like that. It's kind of like a friend of a friend. It's weird seeing like how many little likes our little segment of Twitter has on BlueSky. It's cool though. Like 2 months ago, I saw a normie channel where people agreed with the actual Nazis. Yeah, all were good, but the Constitution was once super unique and interesting, and more V. Harper's about the death of democracy. So, not surprised. Go broke was last. True. My background is a white wall. Fair. You're only 10 handshakes away from Hitler. I don't know about that. Maybe not. But yeah, no. Like, the content filtering on BlueSky is actually pretty cool. I just wonder what they mean by, like, worn when it comes to sexual images. Because if it means like, hey, you know, like, and it blurs it, then I'm fine with that. But I don't want to test it on stream. I need to scroll through BlueSky a little more before it screws me over. I like having my my YouTube channel intact, actually. Thank you very much. Wow. Yeah, no. A lot of the artists I follow on here aren't on here. Kinda sucks. You want to see some Avatar The Last Airbender art. I guess that's what Twitter's for. In a recording studio, but that's half the picture. Yeah. Unless there is a way to post on all Twitter type websites so I cannot split up my followers. There might be, but then again, who knows? I hope BlueSky ends up going well, though, as a platform. Because if we can move away from Twitter, I think that'd be sick. I'm assuming Jack is on here? Yeah, Jack.BlueSky.social. How many followers does he have? 17.9k. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, of course Jack would be on BlueSky. He fucking made it. Is Elon on BlueSky? I'm assuming he wouldn't be. What's this? This account has been flagged impersonation. Ooh. That's really interesting. Okay. How about Biden? Riding with Biden. No. Yeah. A while ago, Zan was talking about how he's less than 10 handshakes away from Hitler via Voss and the Nazis he's talked to. Yikes. Why not Mastodon? Because Mastodon fucking... I tried exploring Mastodon and trying to get into it. I couldn't even log in. Mastodon is so fucking confusing. Mastodon is just like adult amino. I don't know why people would want to use Mastodon. And plus, BlueSky is made by the same guy who made Twitter. It's based, like, just using it now, it feels like Twitter. So... I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. So... But yeah, I'm enjoying that. Can you post art? On BlueSky, yeah, I'm assuming you can. People have posted other images. And me, I don't do art enough to justify posting it. Okay. So the last segment is gonna be TWOMAD. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Make sure I treat this with care and grace. Oh, that's... This is gonna be a perfect thumbnail, dude. Is there a news article? Okay. Pop topic. Okay. So we'll start the TWOMAD segment first. Has he stopped tweeting yet? I don't know. I never followed him, which is something that I'm gonna highlight in when I do the segment. Like, I know whenever someone has allegations come out against him, like a lot of people go like, "Oh, well, I never liked him in the first place," and that's cliche. But like, why are people shocked that TWOMAD is a bad person? His claim to fame was hopping in Zoom classes and doing like racial stereotype minstrelsy and like anti-Chinese racism in fucking Zoom classes on YouTube during COVID. Like, that's what he got famous of. Like, of course he's a fucking bad person. Like, what? The person who did fucking racism on Twitter is hold up. I can't Google something and hold up. But yeah, no, like what? The person who jumped on Zoom classes and then like racism for memes to get big on YouTube is a bad person? Like, what? The person who's like sucky and makes bad content is like, he's a bad... Obviously. Duh. Like, come on. So, like, obviously, what's your take on the trans person flashing at the White House? That happened so long ago, why does it matter? Do it. I don't care. It doesn't involve me. Like, look, it doesn't involve me, and she quite literally fucking... Like, she didn't do it on national TV. I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? Literally. I'm so stupid. I'm stupid, so I know nothing about TWOMAD. No, you aren't stupid for knowing nothing about TWOMAD. I'm stupid for knowing about TWOMAD. Anyways, let me log into BlueSky on my phone right quick, and then we'll start. How long has stream been going on for? 2 hours? Okay. Ah, I typed in Twitter instead of BlueSky. Okay, sign in. Oh, this is interesting on mobile. Okay, yeah, no, this is exactly... Okay, it's not exactly the same as Twitter, but it's very similar. My feeds... Adding alt text is easier. You can self-identify the language of your post. Interesting. Fixes voice dictation for iOS. A lot of small improvements. It may take some time for the App Store, the Play Store to roll out the latest version on your devices. Okay. This is just gonna be very interesting from like a what is it? From like a study perspective, because this is the beginning of a most likely to be fairly big social media platform. Last time I got on a social media platform, I think it wasn't Truth Social, but it was like whatever platform got popular before Truth Social launched, and all I remember is that like it got immediately flooded by fucking Sonic porn. Which was really funny. But I think BlueSky actually does have a chance to be big because it's Jack Dorsey doing it. And even then, that other platform only got flooded with Sonic porn because a bunch of leftists joined it, and it was like one of those conservative free speech platforms. It's kind of a weird double standard that men can go shirtless but women can't. That's exactly what I think too. Listen, either everyone can go socialist or no. I'm revealing my power level. Okay, no, but almost... Listen, my opinion is this. Almost everyone should be able to go socialist. Everyone should be able to go shirtless. Shirtless. Or no one should be able to go shirtless. I'm revealing my power level. Twice. The Freudian slip. Oh god. I will say though, the funny thing about the whole like trans woman at the White House thing was that you had like a lot of, not a lot, but you had like a decent amount of people who are like transphobic going like, okay, like hear me out, like dog, hear me out, which like sucks. It's fetishy, it's fetishizing us, but like still it's better than going like, ah yes, these people need to be hung and quartered. Like, so fucking you know, is it good? No, but it's an improvement, I guess. Maybe, kind of. It's not really. Okay. But yeah. Based, yeah. Stroke, absolutely. I just had one. Absolutely. My brain fucking conked there for a second. That was bad. At best, a trans woman going topless and then conservatives going ballistic shows that they do consider trans women women, and that it's all performance, that they say they are men. True. If you're gonna go out in public, cover your damn knees. True. Hi, Apollo. Good to see you stream. Good to see you here, Minus. Good to see you here. Proof that trans women are women, they'll fetishize you, but they won't give you your rights. Exactly. Shit sucks. Okay. Ooh. Wait, how's this different than Twitter? What am I trying to click into? Because BlueSky is similar enough to Twitter. I'm trying to click into my profile. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, because BlueSky is similar enough to Twitter, where, like, the layout is very similar, but it's not the same. So I'm, like, doing something, and I keep clicking into home when I'm trying to click into my profile. That's really interesting. Okay. Also, another thing that I like about streaming, I can just, like, idly browse Twitter in between things, like I usually do. What do you mean? What? Okay. New Aemon dropped. New Aemon dropped? We got a new Aemon animations that dropped today. A brand new Aemon animations. What's it on? Who's it on? Wait, is it Matt Walsh? Yeah. Wait, is Eamon okay with people reacting to his stuff? I know Hassan's done it, but like, it was on Hassan. So I'm assuming he was okay with that. But is Eamon okay with people reacting to his stuff? Does anyone know? Because I don't want to react to it if he's not okay with it. Or they're not okay with it. I'm assuming his well, no, it's just masculine profile, doesn't mean that it's a he. Come on. Come on, Pillow. You're supposed to be more progressive. I almost said my real name there. I was really close to saying my real name there. He seems chill. Okay. Okay. So, don't dox yourself. I mean, technically, the name that I go by isn't my government name, so it's not like I'll really be doxing myself, but it's the same thing with playing on my PlayStation. Like, I was thinking of actually streaming potentially a PlayStation game, because, a game off my PlayStation, because the Lies of P demo came out, and I kind of want to play that for y'all. It's like a Souls-like. And I played it at, I took my PlayStation over to one of my friend's house a couple of days ago, and we played it together. And I kind of wanted to play it on stream, and then I realized that my name on PlayStation is my real name. So I was like, ugh. At least, not like my display name, but the name of my account is under my real name. So I can't do that until I change my real name on a PlayStation. But yeah, when I get to America, I want to change my legal name. Hope it goes well for you. Okay, we will be starting soon. What's hot? Oh, is that like the trending tab? What companies are on BlueSky? Is Nike on BlueSky? Nike is not on BlueSky. Wow, okay, so BlueSky is very new. And people still need invite codes to get on. Okay. Hey, Mr. Wasp, you having a fun time flying into my window repeatedly? That was funny. It was just like, it kept trying to fly and like, dude, calm down, buddy. Come on now. Calm down. Legal name change is a headache I gotta deal with. I feel you on that. I hate wasps. Same here. That's why it's funny whenever they fly into my window. At least it wasn't a bird. I've had birds fly into windows and it's like, they'll just like, it's funny. They'll like conk off. It's like a thunk they make. It would be sad if it wasn't. I mean, it would be funny if it wasn't so sad. Okay, let us get into the next segment, TWOMAD. I thought you were talking to someone called Mr. Wasp in chat. No, I was talking to a Mr. Wasp who was trying to fly into my window. Hey, howdy, and hello, everyone. A pillow here. Once again, with a segment. I will say this segment may be a little darker, so if you want to click off, feel free to. We're going to be dealing with some heavy topics this time around, so if you need to click off, go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, it's how it has to be, but that's life. With that being said, TWOMAD is a creator who has sort of a reputation, an earned reputation, for not being a very good person. TWOMAD gained prominence during COVID years by basically getting links to his fans' Zoom classrooms and getting in these classrooms and acting an absolute fool. I'm going to show everyone a picture of a TWOMAD right quick if I can find it, because somehow it got clicked off of picture of TWOMAD. This was his idea, by the way. Him dressing up as Donkey Kong was his idea. So these are the folks we're dealing. This is the folk we're dealing with today. Belle, this time, is not actually the person in question. So, TWOMAD gained prominence by getting into people's Zoom classes and making a fool of himself, doing racial stereotypes of like Chinese people, being excessively disruptive, basically doing pranks, and his pranks amounted to just not being a good person, and he got popular off of that and going around pranking people, just generally being a nuisance. And for a while he's been not necessarily popular, but let's say he found his niche, and the people who liked him really liked him, and the people who didn't like him either didn't like him because they didn't know of him, or they either because they didn't know of him or because they just didn't like him. I personally was a person who didn't really like him. I didn't like his content. It's lazy. Again, it kind of relied on racism. It was bad shit. Of course, the whole like, oh, it's dark comedy. For something to be comedy, it actually has to be funny. I'm a fan of dark jokes myself. Wasn't very funny. So we have his channel here. Indeed. So recently, some things happened with TWOMAD. TWOMAD was arguing with someone on Twitter, and this is coming to us from Pop Topic. This article. Person says to TWOMAD, "You post like a million times on Twitter, bro. Please log off and get some sort of break. You have no life right now." And TWOMAD says, "I have a girlfriend, bro. Look." This girl that he posted was 16-year-old Brianna Guy. I'm forgetting how to pronounce her name. She was a 16-year-old trans girl who was murdered in the UK. May she rest in peace. After this, TWOMAD freaks out, says, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." But the way he does it, he doesn't do it like a normal person would after making a joke that flopped and failed. Which, this wasn't an accident. He absolutely knew who she was. You don't just look up random woman and then you get a picture of Brianna Guy. You know who she was. He probably knew who she was when he did this, and since then, TWOMAD has been just tweeting. See, 7 minutes ago, 37 minutes ago. He has a pin from 6 hours ago. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours. Bro, this cancel shit is cancer, what the fuck? Okay. It's pronounced J? Thank you. Yeah, but TWOMAD absolutely knew what he was doing. But that isn't the only thing that's been said about TWOMAD so far. So, in response to all of these things, we have some people, such as BoBlacks here, saying these DMs from TWOMAD sent chills down my spine. He's literally saying he low-key might pull a Bianca and murder Goldie Bell. Even as a joke, it's pretty fucked up thing to say, especially considering how spastic he behaves. So you may be wondering, who's Goldie Bell and who's Bianca? We're gonna get into this. But, Goldie Bell is someone who TWOMAD apparently used to have a relationship with. They used to be, I guess you could say, acquainted. and then Goldie Bell, who is an Osu streamer. As you can see here, this is TWOMAD right here, and this is Goldie Bell. Goldie Bell alleged that TWOMAD assaulted them, and I don't have pronouns here, but Goldie Bell said that TWOMAD assaulted them, and that TWOMAD stalked them repeatedly since this happened, and they even provided screenshots of TWOMAD constantly just spamming people with messages, spamming them with messages. Some of them that they just did not respond to. As you can see here, you have TWOMAD's profile picture down here. Just straight up coming through with pure just screenshots of this stuff that TWOMAD's been doing, and a video even came out of TWOMAD in a car apologizing for the things that he did, which is provided to us here by Drama Alert if we watch this. Drop something.
So I can't take the damage away that I've done. I am literally driving, but
okay. So before we get into it, main issue, TWOMAD drives a Tesla. So tells you enough about him. That's a joke. Okay, let's watch.
I'm literally in Oregon, fucking Washington, Oregon. Dab. Okay. So apology. All right. So I can't take the damage away that I've done, but I'll try my best. Okay. Okay. I at least want to take responsibility for what the fuck I did. Like the way I treated you and like viewed you. This is not like okay. Like I pushed past your fucking boundaries just for like my own fucking self-serving reasons. I made like sexual advances you weren't comfortable with, you know what I mean? And I truly do like regret all of that like so much. Yeah.
Okay, so this is TWOMAD literally saying, yeah, I pushed, fuck, I'm sorry, constantly stuttering, yeah. But he's saying, oh, I pushed past your boundaries, I made unwanted sexual advances, I'm sorry for that. Like, this is him apologizing for assaulting someone. And as we see here, on the side, if we move this over a little bit, I guess. That's my home screen. If we move this over a bit, it says a victim of TWOMAD's. Can I just read the tweet without the yeah. A victim of TWOMAD's has come forward revealing that he trapped and essayed her. Following the incident, he sent her an apology and proceeded to stalk and spam her for 7 months. On one occasion, he even sent her a contract where he wouldn't make sexual advances. He sent a contract. A contract saying that he wouldn't do this. TWOMAD. Bruh, I did not sexually assault anyone. LMAO. This is life-ruining male cancel culture bullshit. By the way, not a single word in that apology was written by me. Actually, it was written by one of her friends. Lol. So what? Why did you say it? If it didn't happen, why did you say it? Also, good memory skills, bro. Driving and reading it out at the same time? Or you just memorized it? I don't think he memorized it. I just think... Here's a hot take. I think he fucking did it. Wow. So, TWOMAD. This guy who has gotten popular off of content that has exploited people's racial prejudices, yeah, has also very likely, considering that he sent an apology and a contract and fucking like all of the evidence of him stalking this person, has stalked someone, sexually assaulted them, and is now lying about it on Twitter and having a meltdown while screaming about cancel culture getting him for committing crimes, horrible crimes at that. So hopefully they get him. As you can see, he is currently driving in Oregon. He's having a normal one right now. And by that, with TWOMAD, I'm being honest, he's genuinely having a normal one, dude. Because this is the most normal TWOMAD has ever been. Yeah, absolutely. Look, all I'm saying is this. This ties into cancel culture as a concept. Believe it or not, cancel culture is bullshit. Doesn't fucking exist. You know what cancel culture is? It is people being held accountable for their shitty fucking actions. TWOMAD here, very credibly, sexually assaulted someone and then fucking stalked them after for almost a year. But no, he's being cancelled by being called out for doing that. Apparently that is cancellation. It's almost like calls of, oh, I'm being cancelled, come from people who did something that's genuinely bad, that's genuinely harmful, but that don't want to take responsibility for their bad actions. I think we can all generally agree that TWOMAD here did genuinely do something really bad. Do something horrible. He should be in prison for what he has done. But he gets to walk free and drive in Oregon while claiming that he's being cancelled for some reason. Because that makes sense. Massive cancellation going on here. Absolutely. This guy is getting cancelled because he got away with assaulting someone. TWOMAD is a piece of shit. I don't think I really need to say that. TWOMAD's a horrible person. You shouldn't be supporting him if you supported him in past. Grow up. Genuinely grow up. Come on, dude. His content was never all that funny, which the content isn't what matters here, but his content was always based off of taking the piss out of people who were in not the best position at the time. Again, like I said earlier, his claim to fame was going into Zoom classes during mid-Zoom and doing fucking racist anti-Chinese stereotype fucking work, and then like getting kicked out of the Zoom classes for like a laugh as like a fucking prank. This entire time, he's not been that good a person, yeah. And if honestly, if this isn't enough to like get you to think, oh yeah, he definitely assaulted this lady, this person, which he. How much do you want in terms of evidence, dude? Like this screenshots a contract that he sent, apparently. Also, getting into this, where TWOMAD sent to Bo Blacks. Yeah? If you don't trust Bo Blacks, you don't trust anyone, yeah? But a screenshot that TWOMAD sent to Bo Blacks saying, these DMs from TWOMAD sent chills down my spine. He's literally saying he might low-key pull up Bianca and murder Goldie Bell. The person who accused him of doing this. Even as a joke, it's a pretty fucked up thing to say, especially considering how spastic he behaves. And then we see here, TWOMAD, nah, Goldie Bell, death threats just for living. TWOMAD saying, to be honest, then you should get it. It comes from people who look like you. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm not likely to Bianca you, to be honest. Not likely, so there's a chance, what the fuck. SS's and that are tortured souls that fester in dark rooms with their misery type beat. I have like a life worth living sort of deal. Pepe Law, are you okay? Oh, sorry, that's after he deleted his messages. This was the full thing before he went to delete. I can lie and say no though. Wait, is there a chance? Yeah, low-key, I can lie and say no though. Like, I might get a phone call from Jesus Christ to exhume your soul for the sacrifice. And unfortunately, in that situation, I must do. It's Goldie Bell saying that's the full message before he deleted the thing. And then Bianca Devins was an American teenager from Utica, New York, who was murdered by a male acquaintance. Listen. I'm just gonna put it like this. If you think that this isn't enough to, like, get away from TWOMAD's content, leave and grow up, and don't interact with other people. Please. Just flat, I don't know what else to really say. Yeah. In claiming cancel culture, of course someone like TWOMAD would claim cancel culture on this. Because he has no defense. That's what people who cry cancel culture is. That's what it is, entirely. It's people who know they've done something wrong, but they don't want to admit to it. So when they say, oh, I'm being cancelled, they try to make themselves a victim in a situation where they're not a victim. Flat out. With that being said, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I really don't know what else to say. Join the Discord down below if you want to argue with me, I guess. Or just chill out and know when I go live. I love you all. Stay safe out there. Report people if they stalk you. Please report them to the police. It's not Goldie Bell's fault for not doing that, but, I mean, it is what it is. Report these people for doing bad things. And I love you all. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Gotta hit the stop record button. Why is this guy not in prison anymore? Because the prison system doesn't fucking... Listen, the criminal justice system, like, almost basically fucking protects rapists. It's horrible. Holy shit, dude. Fuck Lord Miles. What? Oh my god, the guy who went to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan? The white guy who went to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan? Died by the Taliban? But he was friends with members of the Taliban. And? Like, what did they think was gonna... Hold up. Like, what did they think was gonna happen? Did they think it was gonna be this? Did they think it was gonna be this? Huh? Is this what they thought was gonna happen? No, obviously not. It's the Taliban. Listen, I'm not someone who likes to say, like, oh, you know, you... Actually, no, I will say, yeah, fuck around, find out. He fucked around and he found out. Lord Miles, what happened? Lord Miles is a guy, he's not even really a lord, he just has that on his fucking passport. Miles is a guy who fucking went to, which even then, fuck lordship as a title, so I'll just call him Lord Miles because I want to fucking de-emphasize it. But, yeah, no, Lord Miles is a guy who fucking went to, like, Afghanistan right before the US was gonna pull out of Afghanistan. And he, like, barely fucking escaped with his life, and like a dumbass, he decided to go back. And then he kind of became acquainted with some members of the Kabul Taliban, like the capital Taliban. And then he went back to Afghanistan later, and he was fine in Kabul, kind of, but then he went outside of Kabul, and he got, like, he's not officially dead, but he's fucking missing. And he's probably dead? Which, like, wow, really? Really? It's almost like you shouldn't go to countries that are controlled by terrorist groups. It's almost like that's a stupid fucking idea. It's almost like it doesn't matter that you're friends with some people and a part of the fucking Taliban. Because it's a decentralized organization. You fucking idiot. It's almost... You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. Like, again, fuck around, find out. Don't play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Oh no. He got kidnapped. Isn't that so sad? What did he do to get kidnapped? He went to Afghanistan. He went to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan? Yeah, and that's what caused him to get kidnapped? Yeah, wow. Who could have seen that happening? Who could have seen that happening? I'm so shocked. Really? Like, no shit, of course he fucking died. Jesus Christ, dude. Of course he fucking died. Like, I thought we went over this when Otto Warmbier happened. Stop going to countries where the people there probably want you dead. And by the people there, I don't mean the people there, I mean the government there. Or they just wouldn't care less about your fucking life. You know? Like, going to North Korea, the government probably doesn't really care about you, and if they can, like, get an excuse to use you as a bargaining chip, which they did with Otto Warmbier, guess what? They're gonna take that excuse. Yeah? Same thing with fucking, with Lord Miles. Why are you going to Afghanistan? You aren't going to be safe. They don't want you there for a reason. The Taliban does not want fucking white European British dudes in Afghanistan. So don't go to Afghanistan. I wouldn't go to Afghanistan. And I'm not a fucking white American. But they don't give a fuck if I'm white or not, or an American. Well, no, they care that I'm an American. That's what matters to them. And guess what? I'm not taking my fucking chances. Doesn't matter if I go in there and I'm like fucking assalamu alaikum brothers. Fuck the US. Like, they don't care. Come on. Be fucking smart, dude. Have a bit of fucking self-preservation upon you. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. Be smart. Be smart and have some fucking self-preservation about you. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's not hard to not die in Afghanistan. It's not hard. Believe it or not. Did you people know that? That it's not hard to not die in Afghanistan? Yeah. Very simple. It's very fucking simple. Anyways. I'm gonna see if I can't find a Jubilee to react to. Holy shit. Holy shit. Ah, fuck, wrong one. Oh yeah, this is funny art though. it's Jesus with the fucking grimace shakers. Yeah. Okay, enough of that. Wrong tab. I'll just copy paste just because it's weird with opportunities. Moving tabs and shit. Dude. Holy shit. Oh, wait, y'all can't see it. Oh, fuck. What if I... No, that's not gonna work. Dude. Look at this. Look at this. I'm sending this to Zan. Immediately, expeditiously, I'm sending this to Zan. I'm absolutely sending this to Zan. Okay. Zan will be activated. That's true. That's true. The ending of every 7-hour video, I say. Ruby Rose, human AI cover. Okay. I talked about it already. I really didn't like that new episode of Hello Boss. I'm gonna see if I can't find a Jubilee video to react to. But then again, the last Jubilee video I reacted to fucking... Ugh, that one pissed me off. That one really pissed me off. I don't even think I ended up uploading that one. Honestly, Jubilee doesn't really entice. Like, their politics shit sucks. Zan live streaming in 5 seconds after that. He's going live at 6. So, and I will be in chat. Of course. They should have Jubilee in Spanish? Interesting. Best of Jubilee. Oh, this has to be hellish. Flat Earth versus scientists, vegans and one secret meat eater. Honestly, Jubilee feels very exploitative. I don't know what to say. Has Prager Urine put anything out recently? The descendants of all slaves deserve reparations. Landon Starbuck, our children are being targeted, it's time to fight back. Honestly, I've done basically 4 segments today. I wonder. I think I will. Yeah, I think I'll pause for tonight. Then I'll probably stream tomorrow. Calls. What? Okay. But before I go, everyone. What the fuck? Wait, what's going on with my keyboard? Why is this not typing? No, stop. Actually, let me just do it like this. We are gonna raid into someone before everyone leaves. I want to make myself known in the raid gang. I'm going to be posting links. What? What do you mean this video's unavailable? She's live. She is live, right? Oh! This is a video. She's not live. Damn. That was a video premiere. I've been lied to. Well, then that means there's no one to raid into. Is anyone small streaming? Yeah, have a good day too, Morpham. Thank you for staying the entire stream. Is anyone small streaming? Is anyone in chat about to stream? Because if anyone in chat is about to stream, I will gladly raid into someone in chat who's streaming. Yes, no, maybe so. Because I wanna chill. I'll probably, unless there's something better to do. If there's nothing better to do than stream, then I might, honestly, no, I wanna chill. Yeah. I'll just end it here. Anyways, chat, I would like to thank you all. Oh yeah, I can work on my assets. Anyways, chat, I'd like to thank you all for joining me on this lovely stream day. I love you all very much. Thank you. once again for joining. Remember, if you have not joined the Discord yet, the link is in the description of the stream. It always is. Join there so that you know whenever I go live, and so that you can talk to me. I talk in general chat because it's a fairly small Discord. So join there. Also follow me on Twitter if you've not already. Link also in the description. And I guess I'm gonna also have to put my BlueSky links some places. And I guess I will leave y'all off with a nice bye-bye. Love y'all. Peace.